Johnny's a savage. Classy, boozy, ratchet. Johnny said, hold on. I was with you 15 years and I didn't want you. What makes you think I want you now? Period. No, Johnny mean savage. Welcome to Leah DTV, where we kiki about reality TV. If you love TV and want to joke and laugh about all the drama you see, hit that subscribe button, baby, and get comfy. Y'all, what can I say about Married at First Sight? It's giving, but it's not really giving. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to start with the first couple, which just so happens to be Michaela and Zack. Let's start off on a positive note because I'm really proud of them this week. You know what I'm saying? They were giving very much lovey-dovey, and I liked it. So we see them walking into some type of activity where they have to sign waivers. I was like, hold on now. Anything like this where you got to sign a waiver as soon as you walking in, it's dangerous. And that's suspicious. So it turns out that they're playing bubble ball. Okay? Never heard of it, but it's something I definitely want to do. Michaela, she keeps getting knocked on her cheeks. But it does look pretty fun. So Michaela says, when were you the happiest in our marriage? And Michaela says for her, it was when they met after the honeymoon. He came to her house with flowers. That was cute or whatever. It's good to see that Michaela and Zack are in a happy place right now. Zack says that his most happiest moment in the marriage was when he was dancing all awkwardly with his friends and whatnot at the wedding. And I guess Michaela teared up. Child, I don't remember that part, but y'all know they edit everything. So Michaela goes out with her sister and she explains how the marriage has been going. Michaela says that they're learning each other. Judging from this week, I would agree. Sis says, well, are we having babies? What, sis? Wait a minute. Michaela's like, babies? Yeah, so now you see how you sounded very much ridiculous at the wedding when you were talking about babies right there at the altar. Yeah, how you looked is how we was looking a couple of weeks ago. So Michaela says, I love Zack. I love him. We love Zack. You know what I'm saying? And Michaela says that she thinks she's in love because she wants to grow and she wants to be better. I can understand that. If he's making you better, I'm all for it, Michaela. So they do this cute little scrapbook, her and Zack, once they get back home. And I just really like seeing them in a good place. We don't see it often. I appreciated this episode because it seems like they always in a dark light. So Michaela wrote a poem about Zack, and hers was very much sentimental. They used their initials to write out the poem, kind of like, I guess, is it a haiku? I don't know. Take me back to elementary, but I think it was a haiku. So they took all of their initials and wrote it out, and Zack did his with Michaela's name, but his was kind of funny. But, I like both of them. Zack says in his poem that he is loving Michaela more and more each day. I was like, oh, Zack. So really, Zack and Michaela was not our problem children this episode. I give them props. They're giving very much black love, and I appreciate it. So let's go on to the next couple. Brett and Ryan. Y'all know, if y'all been watching my reviews since the beginning of time, you know that Brett and Ryan, I had so much hope for them. I wanted them to make it, but baby, it's not looking good for them. So Brett is meeting with her friend, and she talks about how on her last date with Ryan, they went to the movie theater and they viewed the wedding video, right? So she says that the wedding was cool. Everything was good in the beginning. But something happened to Ryan in these last few couple weeks where she could just tell, like, he's not into it. And by it, I mean her. Like, he's really not into her. And he was more into her, it seems like, in the beginning. So Ryan is working out with Zack while Brett is meeting with her friend. And Ryan says that the marriage just isn't working. Ryan keeps beating around the bush. Like, I want him to just be upfront, say what it is. Like, ain't nobody got time for this. He's like, she's gotta know. She's gotta know by now what it is. No, we don't know. We don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking everything's great. Whole time y'all going through issues. But anyway, it says that they're both avoiding the elephant in the room. Well, obviously. Nobody's going to bring it up, so it's never going to get addressed. If you need to bring it up, bring it up. Because at this point, I think they're sleeping in separate rooms. It's really awkward. It's not giving what it needs to be had gave. Like, sorry, y'all. I'm sipping on wine. So, I'm really, really losing hope for them. Like, I just feel like it's sad. And their situation, it never really got up off the ground. And I also feel like if Ryan lets Brett go, he's going to regret it for the rest of his life. Like, he's used to these shallow, kind of deep as a puddle type individuals. And I'm just like, Brett is everything. She's giving everything. And it's like he just can't see it. I don't get it. But, babe, I ain't a man, so I don't know, child. They're from Mars. So Brett and Ryan go on this date, right? And they with Rachel and Jose. It's something physical. Brett set it up and she figured that Ryan would like it. So they climbing this wall. Little Jose gets to the top. I'm like, go ahead, little Jose. That's what I'm talking about. Finally, you win. Brett couldn't get up the wall, but that looked hard. The two men did it. They and Ryan did it, but the girls, they couldn't do it. I mean, Rachel got up there, but it took a lot. And then when Brett tried, it was like, I just can't do it, child. So Ryan says that he loved it there. And as I was looking at him, I was just like, he hates it. Because the look on his face looked like he hated it. But then in his confessional, he's like, I love it. I'm just like, baby, I don't know, child. That's what y'all go through? Women who date men like Ryan, child, I can't. You need to show some type of excitement for me to know you like it. He's there, stone faced. Don't nobody know what's going on. So as I'm watching them standing there, and Ryan and Rachel and Jose are in the back. Every time Jose would do something, he'd come back and kiss Rachel. Just something cute that couples do. Like, he'd run up to Rachel, I don't know, high five her or hug her or something. And you just don't get that vibe from Rachel, from Ryan and Brett. Like, and not to say that Jose and Rachel are couple goals, because they're definitely not. But it's like they are more affectionate. And it's just like this weird awkwardness between Brett and Ryan that I feel like should have been gone by now. Like, I understand the first couple of weeks. But baby, y'all 19 days before decision day, something needs to give. And if it hasn't given by now, it ain't gonna give. So I'm going to go ahead and throw in the towel for this couple now, because they're the only ones that I had hope for, and child, ain't looking good for them. It ain't looking good for none of them, but it's a sad, sad day. So Brett says that she's hoping that this date will somehow bring their marriage together, but it's not looking good. Ryan visits his sister. And he says that he's confused, a.k.a. BSing, about Brett. And Ryan says that Brett's a little messy, okay? He's worried about her clothes being in the washer and when she gonna put them in the dryer. Baby, why you worried about that? I couldn't date these men. I'm telling you, listen. Y'all worry about the wrong thing. Y'all too tedious, oh my gosh, she let her clothes sit in the washer for 2 days. What's it to ya? Are you ready for your load? Okay, so why you worried about it? Period. These are my clothes. You act like you gonna smell like mildew. These are my clothes. Jesus, these men is so nitpicky. His sister asks if she was a Victoria's Secret model, would he be complaining about dishes? Ryan goes on to say, I would do the dishes with a smile. At that point, I was like, oh, this man is shallow and it's sad. He's never going to have a wife. He's never going to have a family. And if he does, it'll be broken really soon. Because if he thinks he's going to marry one of those anorexic, blonde, stick figure models, and think they're going to want to ruin their figure with his 3 to 4 kids that he wants. Meanwhile, they're as shallow as a puddle. Whole time, Brett is giving everything. Beautiful eyes, beautiful hair, beautiful personality. But you're stuck on a Victoria's Secret model. Get the hell out of here. That just showed me, like, how shallow he really is. Ryan says that Brett is a good person, but gets worked up over little things. I don't ever see Brett worked up over nothing. If anything, she seems like the more laid-back person, more than Ryan, but I don't see them 24/7, so child, I'm going off what the TV showing. But I don't get uptight from her at all. I think he's just trying to make an excuse because he's not physically attracted to her, which is annoying and childish. So, the sis says that he needs to be just upfront and honest about how he's feeling about Brett, because ain't nobody got time for the BS. Period, sis. Let him know, because he's getting on my damn nerves. Moving on. Let's talk about Mirla and Gil. So Gil tells Mirla that his lease is up in about 3 weeks and he's ready to move. He don't know if he should renew his lease or not. Mirla's like, yeah, go ahead and renew that thing, child. But she was joking, of course, because they're doing good as well. So Gil's ready to move on up like the Jeffersons, period. And he ready to use some of her check. So Gil's been looking for apartments in their building, but he says he don't need elevators. He don't need parking garages. He don't need doormen. He don't like the loop-de-loop. He don't like nothing that's going to cost him extra money because he's George Jefferson, cheap as hell. So Mirla says that she likes new apartments. Gil says that you like everything new. She's like, yeah, what's wrong with that, child? Period. He's worried that she may not like him or may get tired of him when he's not new anymore. Gil, go have a seat, baby. Are you a phone? Because she's talking about her phone. She's not talking about you. What are you talking about? I'm worried that she's going to get tired. Ciao, bye. Anyway, Mirla calls her friend, and as soon as her friend get on the FaceTime, she's like, why are your lashes not done? Mirla love them damn lashes. I be like, Mirla, I'm not paying them people $45 to do no individuals, and they gonna fall off, period. You see they falling off now. Mirla do not mind dragging her friends, baby, at all. So her friend says, are you frugal now? Mirla's like, nope, not at all, period. Mirla's like, he ain't stifling my pockets. I got it like that. Mirla tells her friend that Gil is apartment shopping and he found this really bougie place that she's gonna love. And the friend says, tell me about his head. Child, my mind went straight in the gutter. I was like, his head, but I think she was talking about his bald head. Child, listen, I don't know. So then Mirla says that he's more social than her and he wants to go to his friend's house, and Mirla and his friend just bought a house. Mirla's like, well, can we meet them at the bar? No, Mirla, I think he wants to go to the friend's house because it is new and he never seen the house before, and he wants to big up his friend for having a new house. That's just what people do. That's what social people do, baby. I don't do it either, but from what I've seen, that's what people do. So they're doing pretty good thus far, you know what I'm saying? They're not gonna last, but so far so good. I think Gil should probably renew that lease because I don't care what's going on right now. I said what I said. They're not gonna last. Moving on, let's talk about Rachel and Jose. Let's knock them out the way, because y'all, I know why y'all here. Y'all here for Johnny and Bao, because it gets like that. So Rachel and Jose, I can't even take serious no more. Like, after they last little fake fallout, I have lost respect for Rachel. I never really had respect for Jose. But it's just like y'all full of the fakery and the foolery. But I'm gonna go ahead and go through y'all little scenes or whatever, because y'all part of the show. But let me just tell y'all, I see you, we see each other, period. So Rachel says that she hates waking up and having to wait 30 minutes to eat because she doesn't want to cook. So she'll just pop some eggs in a microwave. First of all, ew. Why would you do that? Like, so you buy frozen eggs and then pop it in a microwave? Try boy. Jose's face was looking just how my face was looking. Stank, okay? Rachel starts lying again about how amazing Jose is. She's like, I never imagined I can meet anybody with like Jose. Baby, a lot of men are mentally abusive. Just look around. I'm sure you've experienced them before, because that's Jose. So Rachel goes on to start talking about her trip she want to take to Europe, child. Europe. Somebody take her to Europe. So Jose's like, yeah, I want to take a trip too. I'm trying to see Texas. Baby, what? I had to click on the episode because I was like, don't they live in Texas? Ain't they in Texas? He's like, yeah, the mountains. Yeah, so many hills, Texas is so beautiful. Like, it's just so much to see. Jose, you don't even want to leave the state? Texas, boo. Y'all in Texas. Ciao. Bye, Jose. If Cheapskate was a person. Rachel's like, our ideas of traveling are different. Well, obviously. They go on this date to this winery. They wine tasting, child. They want to be bougie. So Rachel told Jose to stop fronting, stirring the wine around in the glass like he's seen on TV, child. He don't really know what he's doing. Period. Rachel, call him out, because he didn't know. If he really knew, he would have been smelling the wine and getting a whiff of it and all that other stuff they do on TV shows, baby. I watch the same thing you watch, Jose. I just can't take them serious, because when it got bad, it really got bad. And I feel like if they were hiding stuff before that blow up, they hiding stuff now. And I'm just waiting for the decision day when they could both be like, no. Well, Jose probably gonna say yeah, but I'm hoping Rachel got a brain and really say no, because it's ridiculous. Rachel says that she's never dated anyone in the summer. So that's surprising. Like, never? Your whole life you never dated anyone in the summer? Child. Always had a hot girl summer, huh? So she gets bored easily. This is what she's telling Jose. And Jose is like fake worried. He's like, well, what do you mean I'm gonna see a different side of you? What do you, like how you showed her a different side of you when you blew up and told her you was gonna throw the ring at her? Yeah, something like that. Child, I can't deal with them. Fake and phony. That's about to be their name if they don't get it together. So let's move on to dun dun dun, Bao and Johnny. Child, got a lot, so get comfy. Y'all comfy? Okay, here we go. We start off, we see Bao talking about yesterday how she was capping at everybody, talking about her gourmet meals and whatnot, child. And she keeps saying that she needs to woo her husband. Baby, every time she say that, I cringe. She keeps saying, I need to romance my husband. If you got to do all that, maybe y'all shouldn't be together. Okay? If he's not trying, then you stop. Bao's getting on my nerves now. She getting on Johnny's nerves too, but it's like she just trying, and it's just like, why are you trying when he keeps pushing you away? But let me not hop ahead of myself. So Johnny's in the kitchen, right? And he's looking at Bao like Ike looked at Tina, basically. Like she was his arch enemy. So he's like, what are some activities you would like to do with your partner? And Bao's like, I like doing chores. And he frowns. Y'all should have seen the look on his face. I'm sure you did. Then she's like, well, I got to draw toys. And he perks up. Johnny's a missionary freak, okay? Sex addict. How you perk up when she started talking about sex? That's all he care about. So then they play a game of truth or sip, as suggested by Johnny, because child, he like being drunk and smashing. So Bao asks, what's going to be your decision on decision day? Of course, Johnny sips because he know he going to say a hell no. Bao says she'd stay married. Surprise, surprise. She says she's not a quitter. And they toast to yes on decision day. Bao, baby, don't beg this man for nothing. Don't, please, please. Because it ain't gotta be all that. You better take a page out of Michaela book. Baby, if he ain't trying, you need to stop. You see Zack got it together, then yeah. Oh, okay. So they sit down and they getting ready to eat Bao's gourmet meal and whatnot. Johnny says, are you putting 100% in? Do you feel like you're putting 100% into this relationship? Bao's like, yeah. He's like, well, if you're putting in 100%, I'm putting in 150%. Because you ain't doing half the stuff that I do. So, okay, Johnny. He asks her, when have you tried? Bao says, I organize and fold the clothes. Johnny's basically like, you ain't got to do all that. Bao's like, well, I'm consistently thinking of you. Johnny says, well, invite me to do things with you. Bao's like, okay, I can do that. But at the same time, Johnny's still looking at her like she's his arch enemy. So Bao says that she wants credit for the things that she does do. Johnny's like, oh my God. And he gets up and he walks in the bedroom with his future daughter's shorts on. I was like, why do he got on these little itty bitty, eeny beeny, teeny weeny pink shorts? Like, why? Why? So during Bao's confessional, we hear him scream in the background. Wah! Like, what is going on? So Bao looking around, he come out and he's like, when we have arguments like that, I get hurt because I feel like we aren't compatible. So married people don't argue, and if they do, they're not compatible. Johnny's so used to dysfunction, it don't make no sense. Johnny really needs therapy. So Bao is taking a lot on with him. Like, and it's just like she's just trying and she's willing to stick it out. She gonna stand beside him, child. That's her man, and she gonna stick beside him. But really, she needs to give it up because until Johnny does intense therapy, it ain't no helping. It's just like a waste of your time and energy. Child, he wouldn't be wasting my time, child. I'd be sitting in the room like, okay, when you get ready to realize you like me, then I'll talk to you. Until then, ain't no more gourmet meals, period. So Johnny leaves out the door. Bao is standing there looking dumbfounded. Child, I would have left too. You ain't gonna leave me here. Bao says that she feels like she needs to be the stronger one. Child, why? Because he ain't had a daddy? He need therapy? No, that's not. She's the only one fighting for them. Johnny don't give a damn. So anyway, Johnny didn't stay at the apartment all night. And that's basically because he's a runner and a track star. So meanwhile, Johnny's uncle is having a party. And he told poor little Bao not to come. Why? Because he's a crybaby. So now the whole family knows that they're having issues. He feels as though he doesn't know where they stand, so he doesn't want her to come to the barbecue. What a jerk off. He could have let that girl come to the damn party. Bao is at home like, I'm making gourmet meals, and he doesn't even appreciate it. Blah, yeah, we know Bao. We know what he do. You ain't got to tell us, child. She be trying to play the victim too. So she's in the kitchen saying Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike, trying to remember everybody's name. Like, why? That's some weird stuff to do. Now, that's when I be back on Johnny's side. I'll be like, okay, yeah, she is annoying. But sometimes Johnny be too mean about, like, you ain't got to do all that. You do not have to be that mean. But she is annoying. I understand it. So, Johnny says that they need to work on them first. Johnny's sitting down talking to his family, and he says he wants that high school romance. His uncle or his cousin was like, well, baby, you're not in high school no more, and that's for sure. Period. Let him know some reality, because what is this high school romance? Smashing like rabbits? Because that seems like that's the only thing he want to do. He don't appreciate the little things that she do unless it's involving some hot, spicy, caliente, hot romance just for him to put her in missionary. Like, what? If I was Bao, I'd be like, go ahead on, Johnny. Go ahead on about your business, child, because I ain't got time for it. Meanwhile, we see little Bao meal prepping and whatnot, and she's like, I don't know where Johnny's head is at. We don't know either, baby, but it ain't with you, so drop it. Give it up. Johnny is sitting down talking to some lady, child, probably his mama. And he's like, I need to know more about Bao. And the more I know her, the less I like her. He's so mean. Why do he say these mean things? Yes, she is annoying, but just hold it in. Like, you ain't got to be that damn mean. We know you don't like her. It's obvious. But, have some coof. Just tell her ass no on decision day and keep it moving. You ain't got to be like, she sucks. She's annoying. She smells. She's always lying. She doesn't cook. I cook. Like, just give her a bone, like she says. Give me something. Nah, I'm playing. Let me stop. Because I ain't on neither one of their team. Period. Johnny states that he's been single for 35 years. Emphasis on that. Because he doesn't want to settle. And he feels like Bao would be settling. I don't think Bao is settling. But okay. So then we see Johnny and Bao meeting virtually with Pastor Cal. Pastor Cal asks Johnny why he looks so sad. Oh, poor baby. And Johnny's like, well, I feel like I'm married to someone that's not right for me. And he didn't want Bao to meet the family because he's not sure if he even likes her. Me, number one. Johnny brings up the gourmet meals and that she lied about it. Johnny also says that they do them together. But if you do them together, wouldn't that mean that she's doing them? Now, did we catch you in the lie there, Johnny? Because you said she don't do them at all, okay? You said she ate your salad. You didn't say that y'all do them together when you was pouring your heart out to Jose. You wasn't doing all that. So you need to be real. She's doing it, obviously, if you're doing it together. So Pastor Cal is like, he's making excuses to run now. And he asks, is there anyone else? Of course there's not. And then you've got a little annoying Bao in the background, like, well, I never thought about that. Is there anyone else? Sounding like a damn baby. Cal says that Johnny's attention seems to be divided. I don't think it's that. I think he just so messed up as an individual that it seems like it might be someone else. But in the actuality, he just needs therapy. So Johnny says that he wishes that he was matched with literally anyone else but Bao. That's mean thing number 2. Bao just sitting there taking it on the chin. Baby, it couldn't have been me. I would have been like, oh, for real? I'm gone. Pack my stuff. I'm out of here. I don't give a damn about none of this. Contract is off. How much y'all need? Here you go. Because he's not going to disrespect me. What he was saying was mean for no reason. Johnny says, I just have an image of what the perfect woman would be for me. And Bao's not it. Pastor Cal said, bury that woman because she's not real. And they start to laugh, but for real. Like, he's not joking. I'm not joking. For real. Bury her. Because who is this imaginary woman? She probably don't poop. She probably shower 5 times a day. She's probably a sex blow-up doll. She's probably doesn't even talk. No personality. And Johnny's like, oh my God, it's so hot. So hot. She probably only wants to have sex missionary. Like, ugh, Johnny. Please move along. So, Johnny turns to her, and this is for TV now, and he's just like, I'm gonna try, and we're gonna push through this. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm not gonna run. Lie. Okay? Yes, you are. You've been running since the beginning, since night 1, since y'all moved in there. You spent the night at your place. Stop the cap. And, child, later that night, Johnny says that he's mentally drained after mentally abusing Bao since the beginning of time. And he says, let's talk. Let's talk. In bed, of course, his favorite place to talk. So he can go ahead and give Bao nightmares after he gives her a horrendous talk, probably telling her that she ain't nothing, and he wished that he was with anybody else. Literally. Anybody. Child. She can have one arm, one leg, one eye. Anybody but Bao. Johnny's abusive and needs therapy. But he does, say that a lot of things that he said when he was talking to Pastor Cal, he shouldn't have said. He didn't really apologize. He was just like, I shouldn't have said that. Okay, yeah, you shouldn't have. Are you sorry or what? Bao says that she's put up with more than most women would have. You right about that one. Period, Bao. Because I would have been gone. I would have been gone after he left the first night after we moved in, baby. I give up. I'm like Johnny. Period. So, they at this point, they just need to call it quits. Push D-Day up for them. Because they getting on my damn nerves. And none of these couples gonna make it. It's a sad case. Bao and Johnny not gonna make it. Brett and Ryan not gonna make it. Rachel and Jose might make it for a little bit, then they gonna break up. Gil and Mirla are gonna make it for a little bit and then give up. Michaela and Zack is going to blow up because y'all don't forget that Michaela is gonna be acting like a dang on banshee in a couple episodes. So so we're just waiting on that. If you enjoyed the review, go ahead and give me a like. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And go ahead and comment what you thought of tonight's episode. Baby, these couples is getting on my nerves. It's a shame they did Houston like this. It's a shame. They could have gave one couple a real chance. But you all know how that go. Until my next review, I will see you then. Ta-ta.